Since the first Europeans arrived in North America more than 500 years ago, indigenous communities have resisted white settlers' efforts to encroach upon their land. 19th century Montaukett leader David Pharoah fought to protect his people's sovereignty and established a legacy of resistance that lives on today. The Montaukett were one of 13 indigenous tribes living on Long Island. When English and Dutch settlers vied for control of the island in the 1660s, Montaukett leader Quashwam, a wily political tactician, played the English and Dutch off one another to secure Montaukett land rights that lasted hundreds of years. But when David Pharoah was born in 1835, only 6 Montaukett households still lived on the ancestral lands, and a new generation of white settlers were eager to take over. As Pharoah grew older, he became increasingly proud of his Montaukett heritage. He named most of his children after famous indigenous leaders, like Pocahontas. In 1870, he was chosen to be the leader of the Montaukett people. Pharoah petitioned the state of New York to officially incorporate the Montaukett so it would be easier to fight for their rights collectively, and sued a group of settlers known as the Trustees of Montauk for cutting down trees on their land. If the case was decided in his favor, it would affirm Montaukett land rights and protect the community from further encroachment. The following year, at the June meeting, a religious ceremony that blended indigenous and Christian rituals into a celebration of spring, Pharoah prayed that Montaukett lands would be restored and protected for good. He ensured that the event was widely reported by the press, raising awareness of the plight and persistence of the Montaukett people. But New York's powerful elite refused to incorporate the Montaukett community, and Pharoah lost his case against the trustees of Montauk. Nevertheless, he continued to advocate for his people, believing that the Montaukett could secure their future through education. In 1872, he successfully petitioned New York State to set up the first Montaukett school in U.S. history. His methods of resistance inspired future generations of Montaukett leaders. How do indigenous communities assert their rights in the United States today?